carrier pigeons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they learned, I'm sure, that even the guards can't have phones and
Yes,
things because
yes,
that's how they
yes.
got them.
Boker Tov, Rabbi.
Boker Tov, Boker Tov.
Maybe Larry has anything new. Maybe Larry has something.
I was asking Eli, is there anything new in the international arena?
Is there any what? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Is there anything new with Iran? I mean, they're master negotiators. They play with the world. Any way you look at it, they won. Unfortunately. Yeah, we had yesterday a man that lost his wife and his daughter when it's already. But you know what's really amazing? I'm talking now from my high school point of view. When I grew up, the Holocaust was everything. In the eyes of kids, it's not the Holocaust anymore. The Holocaust lost is. It's amazing. It's amazing, because they're meeting people that are coming from there. They hear the news, they see the wars, and for them, Pele, mamash Pele. Look a second, please, in the beginning of Parashat Be'alotcha. Let's focus a minute on the mitzvah of lighting the menorah, who is supposed to do it and how it's being done. Let's read the Pisukim first. וידבר השם על משה לאמור, דבר אל אהרון ואמרת אליו, בהעלותך את הנרות. למה לא כתוב תעלה את הנרות? מה זה בהעלותך? מה פירוש המילים בהעלותך? When? What do you mean when? You have to do it, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך. בהעלותך את הנרות אל מול פני המנורה יאירו שבעת הנרות. So the three on each side are facing the middle one. ויעש כן אהרון אל מול פני המנורה אל הנרותיה כאשר ציווה השם את משה. So this is בהעלותך הנרות. Let's look a second at the Rashi. What is the word be'alotcha? Again, the question is how come it doesn't say ta'aleh et hanirot? Like Eliyad mitzvah, you are commanded to offer a korban. So look a second at the Rashi be'alotcha. Rashi on the fourth line, not the first interpretation of Rashi. Be'alotcha al shem she'halahav, the flame, ole is going up. כתוב בהדלקתן, the pasuk is using when we light the menorah לשון עלייה. You understand? Rashi was bothered, yeah. 774.
Thank you.
One of the questions we raise, how come the pasuk says be'alotcha? It should say ta'aleh et hanirot. You are commanded.
I think it's something better you can ask. Why don't you say behadlakatcha et hanerot?
Correct. Of course, this is the second question. So you realize that Rashi indirectly answers your question. Rashi says, Al Shem she'alahav oleh, the flame is going up. Katuv be'adlakatan lashon aliyah. So Rashi continues. שצריך להדליק עד שתהא השלהבת אורה מאיר. It's not enough just to take a match and to light. You have to wait, hold it there until you see the flame
rising.
So Rashi is clearly hinting, almost saying, the mitzvah is too light. This is the way we are raised. The mitzvah is too light.
Rabbi Prague, in this mitzvah that Aaron is commanded, there wasn't at the time, but was there a bracha? Let's say there should be like a bracha associated.
Please remember, the Torah never speaks about
brachot. Obviously, okay.
Every time before a kohen offers a korban, he makes a bracha. Every time your people are mafrish truma ma'asot, every mitzvah was done with the bracha.
So the question is why we are only so familiar with the bracha, lahadlik ner shel Chanukah, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat, v'Yom Tov. I would just want to know if there's anywhere that says what the bracha that Aaron made when he was meitiv or he, but
It's a good question, we'll see, good. You mean to salvage question, is the mitzvah adlaka or not? Let's look at the bracha. Then let's continue.
But the bracha form probably different. But the last set the brachot.
Eli is only saying that the text of the brachot
was later, obviously.
was
But
done by Anshe Knesset Agdola, but he wants to know the original text
Who knows?
was in a minute you'll see it. ועוד דרשו רבותינו, listen to something that normally we don't hear. מכאן, again, the question is how come it doesn't say בהדלקתך?
also, why don't we say la'alot ner tamid? Why don't we say la'adlik ner tamid? So there must be something about this word Allah.
The לעלות נר תמיד is based on this pasuk to realize that.
Sure.
נר תמיד, אין דבר כזה נר תמיד. I mean, of course, in every shul you have a eternal light, but the concept ner tamid, in a minute you'll see, is coming from the menorah, of course.
Exactly.
בעוד דרשו רבותינו מכאן, שמעלה, there was a step, הייתה לפני המנורה,
Oh, wow.
שעליה הכהן עומד ומתים. Most people are unaware of
He
that.
goes up.
Right, בהעלותך, when you climb up on the step to light.
It's not.
Not the light.
No, you can't say that because you would say balotcha el ha. No.
The plate.
Okay, Rashi is careful to say בעוד דרשו רבותינו.
Yes, for sure. That's it.
Right. Now, not only that, this step is creating a problem because what was the height? The height of the menorah. It's 18 tfachim, 18 times 4 is 72. 72 inches.
6 feet.
6 feet. Aaron was a very tall man. If he goes on the step,
He's bending down.
he has to bend down. Yes. Fine, וכך כתוב.
Yeah, but was the menorah resting on the floor?
On the floor, straight.
It was
Straight on the floor.
So 6 feet from the ground up.
Straight,
Not like us, we have it on the wall.
straight on the floor.
So I'm thinking of paraphrasing it in English, illuminate to elevate.
Yeah, good.
Illuminate
That's what they're saying.
it's the whole concept that by illuminating, you're elevating. I don't know, so I'm thinking.
And of course, but we're not going to focus on it now. By Mizbeach, the Torah says, make sure that there are no steps.
Sure.
So here by Menorah suddenly, you have to have a step. Okay? But remember, we're focusing now, is the mitzvah lehadlik, or the mitzvah is that the candle should be lit? Of course, you cannot have a lit candle unless you light it.
Yeah, that's the
But
process.
what is the mitzvah? What is the mitzvah? This is here. Go a second now to the end of Parashat Tetzaveh, when we are talking about the mitzvah of Ketoret.
You know, this word aliyah is fascinating. If you think everything, it's an olah. Everything is going up. Aliyah l'regel. Aliyah, aliyah, aliyah. It's
Right, which of course the hidden message is that everything is helping a man to ascend,
sure.
to a different level.
You're olela Torah. This
Well, Torah, but this is exactly
Graduation
it.
parasha.
Is it
It's early this year.
Yeah,
There's usually a parasha for the
yeah.
graduations.
yeah.
But in a way,
This is a perfect parasha for graduation. It speeches to all the principles.
Yeah.
Oh,
in a way, everything we do is to elevate our language, elevate our tifilot.
Sure.
But everything is
he's
elevated.
saying everything that we say comes from
Yeah.
here. Here is the source.
Yeah.
Because it says here, בהעלותך את הנרות, להעלות נר תמיד. You look a second in פרשת תצווה. פרשת תצווה in ספר שמות. And you're right. It's exactly that. It's coming. You look on page 482, it's Perek Lamed, Laris.
He rose to the occasion.
Sure.
Everything is elevated. He's stepping out.
But that's funny because everything rises, Ronnie, except Pesach, where the bread doesn't rise.
Yeah, because it's a reason.
There's a reason. That's what I'm saying. It's and the idea of being a plain person without rising and what chametz is. I mean, this olah is interesting. It's worth thinking about.
You can't go up, start at one level, right? You have to go up from something.
Right?
You're olah b'madre gold. You're not.
Larry, you should have used all that last night in your speech. Larry was the chairman of the Lubavitch
Oh.
in Manhattan.
Oh,
This is, as Eli points out, most of the years graduation takes place in here. It's a perfect material to everyone.
Yeah.
What is our purpose?
How many times you've heard the same?
Thank God they didn't have it in Acharei Mot.
Look a second of 482.
And they don't do the end, Miriam, Lashon Hara, I guess they don't do too often.
Now, in 482, we are talking about Mizbeach HaKtoret. Mizbeach HaKtoret. Yes. So the Torah says in Pasuk Zayin, remember, Mizbeach, the big Mizbeach in Beit HaMikdash was outside, right? Most of the korbanot are offered there. There was an ulam or eichal. In the eichal, you had only 3 objects. You have the menorah to the south, you have the shulchan to the north, and in between you have the shulchan. Right? So
I said the shulchan twice, I think.
the Aron is
No, the Aron can't be there. The Aron is inside. It's the Mizbeach.
Again, when you came into all the pictures that you see, this is called the Heichal. What do you have there? Near the wall that separates the Kodesh HaKodeshim from the Heichal, you have 3 objects. Yes, you have the menorah bedarom, the shulchan is betzafon, yes, and the Mizbeach HaKtoret, right?
Okay.
Is in between. The Mizbeach HaKtoret is in between the menorah bedarom and shulchan betzafon.
Is that what they did every day though, the Ketoret on that?
Every day.
Every day this is.
And that Mizbeach, only a Yom Kippur, the Kohen Gadol
Going
goes
into
to
Kodesh
Kodesh HaKodeshim to offer the Ketoret. So look
I
at
see.
that.
But he brings, on Yom Kippur, he brings the gachelet or everything from there into.
He has
Okay.
to take the Gechalim from the Mizbeach HaChitzon. There's a special kli that he puts in the Gechalim. This is why it was a difficult avodah. He has to walk with the right and the left hand.
So what's in Kodesh HaKodeshim? Just the Heichal?
Kodesh HaKodeshim was only the Aron and the Kaporet and the Keruvim. In the time of up to Shlomo, the Keruvim were only on top of the Kaporet. Shlomo made 2 Keruvim on the floor also. This is not time to go into it.
Okay.
Look at Pasuk Zayin, look. So remember, the topic is Mizbeach HaKetoret. This Pasuk we say every day, if you say Ketoret every day, Ve'iktir alav, and the Mizbeach HaKetoret Aaron, Ketoret samim baboker. Now suddenly menorah falls in. Behei tivo et haneirot yaktirena. What does it mean behei tivo et haneirot? When is the time to offer the Ketoret? Pay attention now. While the Kohen is meitiv et haneirot. What is meitiv? Irani, please read for us Pasuk Zayin.
Isn't that what you do Friday night in your house before
Correct,
Shabbos?
correct.
Okay.
This is going to be in a second.
7. Upon it, Aharon shall Aharon bring the spice incense up in smoke every morning. When he cleans the lamps, he shall bring.
What does it mean when he cleans the lamps? What is he doing? Am I cleaning the lamps? Or am I offering the Ketoret? I mean, you can't do 2 things together.
Oh, should be like eating.
Behei tivo. I mean, remember. So obviously, this is pshat. This is not while whoever does the menorah and he cleans. Hear the English translation. When he cleans, you'll see in a minute the Rambam learns different. While he cleans the menorah, at the same time, someone is offering the Ketoret.
Not he himself.
It says, I mean,
It sounds like he himself.
You can do 2
He
things.
did it one time.
You cannot do 2 things together. Yes.
The language is
Now
not precise.
let's continue a second.
Also, it's a messy job, right?
mean,
He had little white garments, has all this
Yeah, yeah,
carving.
No, but Rabbi Prague, I don't think the pasuk reads like that. Aaron is maktir at the Ketoret as he meitiv it, and they wrote, no?
but it's impossible to do two things together. What are you doing? Are you?
Right, I understand your point, right?
And by the way, see the message job. What is the difference between a butcher and a highly trained surgeon? They're both butchers, no?
Oh, so they're going to say the Ketoret could be done by a Kohen Hedjot.
You see, but this is the point is, it's a famous. I mean, it's the way you look at it. But one of the biggest, sharpest, real Hasidut in Europe was Kotz. So the grandson of one of the greatest rabbis in Europe went, and he somehow was joining them. And if you understand, it was like a slap in the face to his grandfather. Anyway, his grandfather sent someone to see what are they doing. You know? Anyway, and the one that went reported exactly what he saw, and there was nothing special there. So he went into the Rebbe and he says, listen, I have to come back to Rabbi Akiva Eiger. I have to tell you what I saw here.
What's going on?
So he gave him the following analogy. He says there was a man in the north in Israel that never went to Yerushalayim. People told him, are you crazy? He never went to Yerushalayim. Finally, he is going. I mean, you know, the story is long. He stops every day. People laugh at him. You ask him for directions. You're never there. Finally, he comes there. And, you know, he's ready to see what? What is he ready to see in his mind? A holy war. He saw men standing barefoot, being butchers. This is the way you look on what you saw in the courts. Is a surgeon a butcher? Or a surgeon is saving human life, is doing the holy work? Is a butcher a butcher? Maybe the butcher is everything in life is what you make out of it, yes?
It's a holy task, it's not a messy task.
Your perspective.
Someone can eat, and the eating is like Avodat Hashem, and someone is like a cow. But this is exactly a challenge of life. Look at the next pasuk, pasuk Chet. Hu be'alot Aaron lari, the same pasuk exactly.
Right.
Haneirot bein ha'arbaim yaktirena. So twice you bring the Ketoret, yes?
Yeah.
Understand the pasuk? Yeah. In the morning, let's take the English translation. While the nerot are being cleaned or prepared, Eli. Right. Now, hu be'alot Aaron et hanerot bein ha'arbaim yaktirena. Now, Eli, the obvious question is, in the morning we understand why we can take the Atzrut translation of cleaning, but in the afternoon I cleaned it already in the morning, no? So you should say who badly called. In the afternoon, this is the time when you light them in a line.
Maybe needs an interim cleaning.
You realize, no, but if you didn't do it, but this is what you're supposed to do in the morning, no? This is here, look at the Rashi, of course. Rashi is the same Rashi as we saw by us. ובעלות כשידליקם להעלות להבתן. So Rashi translates the second Beit Yivo as lighting the menorah, yes? If you really understand it the way we just explained it, at the same time, you realize in the same room, while one is Maktir the Ketoret, the same room, Aaron or any other Kohen. But if you understand it good, you have an answer to a very big question.
But Rabbi Prague, there are two mitzvot here. There's the Ketoret and there's the Lativet Menorah. Is Aaron designated for either one, or Aaron has to do?
This is part of our discussion.
Question. So is Aaron the one who has? It
the
doesn't.
Ramban. I'm just giving you all the questions. Later you'll see definitely.
Okay.
The Ramban here, Ramban in Parashat Tetzaveh says, "What do you mean? Tell Aaron to bring the Ketoret. Every Kohen can bring the Ketoret. What does it mean? Be'alot Aaron et hanerot. Every Kohen can light the menorah. This is a famous question of the Ramban. Yes." Okay, later we'll see that the Ramban comes up with a fascinating concept. Emet, that every day, every Kohen can do either Ketoret or the Menorah, but the first time that the Ofer Ketoret, the first time the Menorah was lit, had to be done by Aaron.
Was that part of that when Moshe was elevated to a higher rank and Hashem promised Aaron, I'm going to give you the most important function every day. This is part of the arrangement. No?
Good. So
This was his privilege.
So what Rani is saying, go now back to 774.
That's when Aaron thought he was still going to be punished for Chet.
Right, this is what you're saying, Gila, is when Aaron went for the first time to offer the korbanot, Aaron was reluctant and afraid because he was afraid that they would never really. Look to 774. Look carefully now. Remember, we read on Shabbat in length all the korbanot of the Nesiim, we finished, and now we are moving into the menorah. So look at the Rashi now. Look at the first Rashi in Perek Chet. You see, Beharotcha? This is a very famous question. Lama nismecha parashat menorah parashat Nesiim? Why is the menorah following the korbanot of the Nesiim of last week? Listen to this. שכאשר ראה אהרון חנוכת הנשיאים חלשה דעתו. Aaron felt very bad. Every day the Nesiim are bringing special korbanot. שלא היה עמהם בחנוכה, לא הוא ולא שבטו. Every day it's another shevet, the tribe of Manasseh to Aaron. אמר לו הקדוש ברוך הוא, חייך, שלך, your reward is bigger than them. שאתה מדליק ומיטיב. You see his Rashi flowing in? מדליק ומיטיב את הנרות. Very famous Rashi. Hashem is telling him, your share is bigger than all of them. But this, it sounds good, especially as you said before, for graduation speech. But in reality, says the Ramban, what? Aaron feels bad. You are the only one that offers Ktoret. You are the only one that brings Korbanot. You are the only one that goes to Holy of Holies. So you want your finger to be put everywhere? This is once in the history they got something, but you on a daily basis, what is Aaron? What is Aaron so?
What does he feel is lacking? What does he feel is lacking?
This is the famous question of the Ramban. Because of that, says the Ramban that when Hashem comforts him, it's not on a daily lighting of the menorah. Hashem is hinting to him on Chanukah. There will be a time in history that only you, who are the Chashmonai, his descendants who went to. This is the way.
Rabbi Prague.
This is the way the Ramban is learning.
The Bechor, Rabbi Prague, the Bechor Shor says something interesting. He says, Lefisha diber ba'kamat hamishkana v'chanuchato ve'ein bayit banui v'ra'ui lavo sham Aaron ad sheyadliku lo et haner v'yibasmu lo et habayit v'abisum kvar na'aseh al yedei nesiim sheviu kapot meleot ketoret v'ata medaber b'hadlakat hanerot.
Okay, it's okay.
Same idea.
He's trying to soften why Aaron is
right.
But remember, up till now we took it for granted, even though we saw clearly that here it says Be'alotcha, at the end of Tetzaveh it says Be'alotcha. Let's look now at the Rambam. Everything is going to change.
When it says, when Rashi says Madlik umetiv, so Madlik though, you see, but Aaron only the first time was commanded to do what needed to do it. So it seems here Rashi is saying every time.
Right. So the Meshech Chochmah wants to say
first and
that since this is the first time that Aaron is commended, Hashem says to him, it's not every Kohen, it's you, only you.
So, but the way Rashi says it, I should have Madlik. Does Madlik mean one time, or as long as you're alive?
The way to answer the question of the Ramban and Rashi, they learned that Rashi meant the first time.
Only the first time.
Oh.
Take the Ramban. You have in front of Rambam in front of you, Sefer Avodah.
Oh, Metiv is only the first time?
No, we'll see in a minute. We're just touching the Sefer. Sefer Avodah, Ilchot Midim u'Musafim. ספר עבודה, הלכות תמידים ומוספים, וזהבת מעשי הקורבנות. ספר עבודה, פרק ג' הלכה יהודית. פרק ג' Remember, every volume that we have has few books of the Rambam. So first you look on top on Sefer Avodah. Then in Sefer Avodah you have 4 or 5 topics. The topic is Tmidim u'Musafim. Maybe we should spend once a month, maybe one a month, to understand what goes on in Beit HaMikdash daily, Shabbat, and Yom Tov. Everything is here. Hilchot Tmidim, Tamid, u'Musafim. Everything that we know and we read, we know from the Chumash is here. So look a second in Rambam Halacha Yud. See, Larry, pay attention to the Rambam. This is the Rambam, of course.
Because, before you started, I went to what you told me to do, to look at the introduction, and when he lists the mitzvot here, he says, Lahadlik neirot b'chol yom.
Correct. So one of the famous, before we look at the Rambam, the pasuk says Vayas. I'll read you have to look. It says Vayas ken Aaron, and Aaron did what he was told. Rashi has a small short comment. להגיד שבחו של Aaron שלא שינה.
Aaron didn't. Why would he change?
Why would it? Not only this to praise Aaron. Aaron and Moshe more than anyone. Listen to the depth of the Khatam Sofer.
Because he's zealous?
Says the Khatam Sofer. Every Kohen wanted a chance to offer Torah. Yeah. This is why the Gemara says in Masechet Yomah that they made a new raf for every day to give every Kohen a chance in his life. Yeah. Because if you got it 5 years ago, you're not in the raf. Right. Now, Aaron, now pay attention when you look to the text. At the same time that he lights the menorah, next to him is the Ketoret. Don't you think once in his life he should get the Ketoret? Aaron HaKohen. Huh? Shelo Shina, says the Khatam Sofer, Hashem told me to light, so he did it every day. I mean, this is a beautiful pshat, a very deep pshat.
But the
Ketoret is the biggest.
But the other pshat, and every time we talk about it, it really is a little bit of a ganai for Aaron. I mean, this Aaron, when Moshe was the younger, and Aaron, he says, "V'racha b'samach b'libo," and here to think that Aaron was, it just takes away some of the luster of Aaron's character.
But
you're not talking about me. You're talking about, the regularly talking about Aaron.
It's a message to me and you, to our generation. Vayas, it's always the glory, the pictures, the names. Greatness is always hidden. The real great people that we know for tens and tens of years, no one heard about them, yes? But this is exactly, but the shvach is a very big shvach. You stick to your job because this is what you were told. Even though legally every Kohen can do the menorah every day. And of course, after Aaron died, Shalosh Shina means he continued doing because he got it directly. This is your mission.
Let's see his goal, his desire to do more and more. So enthused with wanting to do more that he felt it wasn't doing enough. So.
No, but I'm saying again. I mean, take the kid that is the valedictorian. You see, everyone agrees that he deserves it and every kind of work. From day one, when he came into school, he had one goal. I have to go to Columbia Engineering, which he goes much more now, which means that everything he did, he admits, for one thing and only, it's great. You understand?
I saw a podcast of a billionaire.
No,
he spent 5 years preparing for spelling bee.
But Rabbi, doesn't it really show the greatness of Aaron? Because he was commanded to do these things. The reason he was upset was because all the Nesiim did it voluntarily. He wanted to do it voluntarily. We always learn in the Gemara about a blind person, chaya mitzvot, or lo chaya mitzvot.
But Jeffrey says it's a very good point. Okay, I mean, as is always, so put the Rambam away a second. And go now to the beginning of the Korbanot of the Nesiim of last week. Jeffrey, you have a Chumash in front of you, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I have the computer.
Okay, you and Maria.
Thank God for that computer, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
And remember that you can take the computer with you to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yes, in the shower, not necessarily.
No, Kedusha. It's not just simple. You can say you have the entire Tanakh, the entire Torah in the computer, which says you can erase it.
Right, the whole question when you have a sheet of Gemara, let's say you have it on your phone, can you delete the sheet?
Right.
But you can.
Look now at page 764. Jeffrey, you have the art scroll, you have a regular Chumash.
No, regular Chumash.
Okay, so Perek Zayin, Bamidbar, Perek Zayin.
It's sort of like just not really there, the page.
You see what they say? Not only this, it's not millions of dots.
Yeah.
Who create.
But you'd have a problem with Chikat the Shema Mefarash. I mean, you got a real problem, no?
Yeah, but over there, he spelled out. Look a second, Jeffrey, look carefully. Vayi b'yom, Perek Zayin. Please listen carefully now. Vayi b'yom kalot Moshe lehakim et hamishkan. Remember, for 7 days, Moshe is taking it apart and is erecting it again. Vayishach oto, he anointed it. Vayikadesh oto. V'et kol kelav, the utensils, et hamizbeach, et kol kelav. Fine. Now begins what we read last week. Vayakrivu Nesiyei Israel. מה פירוש המילה ויקריבו? See? Yes. Brought offerings. But of course, it's right and of course it's wrong. Because here vayakrivu means they are suggesting that this is what we would like to bring, Jeffrey. ויקריבו נשיאי ישראל ראשי בית אבותם, הם נשיאי המטות, הם העומדים על הפקודים. Those נשיאים who stood by when Moshe Rabbeinu was counting, those נשיאים were the leaders. What are they bringing first? ויביאו את קורבנם לפני השם, 6 עגלות צב, 6 wagons, 12 בקר עגלה על שני הנשיאים. Each wagon had 2 bulls or 2 עגלות, ושור לאחד, ויקריבו אותו לפני המשכן. מה זה ויקריבו?
Did the Kohanim do this?
What is ויקריבו? Wait. ויקריבו means we cannot move our finger unless Hashem is willing to accept our donation. So here, this is what we are suggesting. Look at the Rashi.
Oh, interesting.
No one knows it, but anyway. Look at the Rashi. Vayakrivu otam. Look on the left. See on the left, Eli? Says Rashi, Jeffrey, שלא קיבל משה מידם עד שנאמר לו לפי המקום. We would like to donate and to offer. So vayakrivu here means we are bringing it near the Mishkan. Look. Right. And look at the next pasuk, Eli, pasuk Hey. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe lebo kach beitam. I'm giving you permission to accept it on my behalf. And those wagons, 6 huge wagons, והיו לעבוד את עבודת אוהל מועד. ונתת אותם אל הלוויים איש כפי עבודתו. By accepting the Levim, it means Kohanim. She says later. If you realize when they traveled and they carried the huge heavy beams, who carried it? They placed it on the agalot. As a matter of fact, how do we know that the Reshut HaRabim in the Torah is 16 amot? Because when the 2 agalot traveled together, they're traveling together. There were 16 amot.
Right, they're cross.
This is what creates Reshut HaRabim. So
remember, was it ever not accepted? It was put there, so subject to review. So was it ever always accepted?
No, this is the only time they did. It's once.
Yeah.
ויקח, look at פסוק ו', ויקח משה את העגלות ואת הבקר ויתן אותם ללוויים, את שתי העגלות 2 out of 6 ואת 4 הבקר נתן לבני גרשון. בני גרשון did not carry the beams, את 4 העגלות נתן, לבני קהת לא נתן.
Yeah, because
in retrospect that when ArtScroll translated the word Vayakrivu as offering, it's right and wrong. It's wrong because it's not a regular offering like the Mizbeach. Offering means
offering it to Moshe.
I'm offering it to Moshe, to Hashem, and someone has to give me the okay. So going back to Jeffrey's question, Jeffrey wants to say, Aaron feels bad, they volunteer. The volunteering meant nothing anyway. It's only Hashem, and it's only on one time to show you that this is only one time. It's only one time. If you paid attention to the Korbanot, it says like this. Look now, please look at 766, Rashi Pasuk Yud. 766, Rashi Pasuk Yud. Vayakrivu hanesiim. After Moshe is giving them the green light for what? For the 6 wagons and 12 bulls or whatever to לאחר שהתנדבו העגלות והבקר לשאת המשכן to carry, נשאם ליבם להתנדב לקורבנות.
Oh, wow, they didn't make it in the Davar yet. I thought it was as soon as
we read it as if everything was done in one shot. Says Rashi, after Moshe is telling them in the name of Hashem, okay, it's accepted. Now they're coming up with a new idea. So look now in Pasuk Yud on top of the page. ויקריבו הנשיאים את חנוכת המזבח. Now it's a new ויקריבו.
Yeah.
Which ויקריבו? The קורבנות. ביום ימשך אותו, ויקריבו הנשיאים את קורבנם לפני השם. Look again to the Rashi on the second and third line of the right column. Third line, ויקריבו הנשיאים את קורבנם, כי לא קיבל משה מידם עד שנאמר לו מפי הגבורה, which means Moshe had to get a second permission. Okay, we accepted the wagons that we gave to the Leviim to be used. Now we have to accept the korbanot. Not only that, I mean, we did it because look at Pasuk Yud Aleph. ויאמר השם אל משה, נשיא אחד ליום. יקריבו את קורבנם לחנוכת המזבח. Look at the Rashi there, Rani. כי יקריבו את קורבנם לחנוכת, Rashi פסוק י"א. ועדיין לא היה יודע משה איך יקריבו. Who should be first? אם כסדר told אותם, in the order that they were born, which means Reuven is first, Shimon is second. אם כסדר המסעות, or maybe the way they travel. When they travel, who is first? יהודה. Again, עד שנאמר לו מפי הקדוש ברוך הוא, יקריבו למסעות איש יומי. Until Hashem told him exactly the way they travel. Now if you look at Pasuk Yud-Bet, ויהי המקריב ביום הראשון את קורבנו, נחשון בן עמידע למטה יהודה. Again, even though Yehuda was the fourth to be born, but since when they travel, he's the first one, Hashem told him, so I'm just showing you that, Jeffrey, that everything that they did is, they came up with the idea. They needed a green light to do it at every step, give the order.
Did Hashem give Nachshon to be the first one because he was the first one to step into the
right. Okay, right. This is the
lineage. So it wasn't in Nidava. They brought it. They could have taken it back. It wasn't
correct.
accepted. It wasn't in the Dava
Correct.
until they
Here,
handed
what
it
did I say?
over.
It was not kadosh until I said yes.
Yeah.
After I have a better mikdash, if I say I'm giving,
It's done. You're done.
it's done. This is it. Here, they could have taken. So tomorrow we'll go back to Rambam.
I have an English question.
It seems to question their motivation because they were upset that they didn't bring the first.
There's the Rashid, you're saying.
Yeah,
Here it says, then the leaders.
Eli, so leave
because they didn't bring the for the Beit HaMikdash first. So now they wanted to bring the Korban first.
Right. So this time they were in a hurry to try to do
Right.
one.
To make up for before.
It says, brought forth offerings. Why did it say the offerings? Because all the ones that are already reviewed, why not just the offering? Seems so generic. He said the book.
Yeah, but it did.
It's generic. Said these are designated. Shouldn't it have like a prefix, so to speak? Because over here it says